And after coming to US, I realized that I have enough money. I'm like a doing job, and I'm getting enough money, but I'm not happy because I'm not doing the things that I really want to. When I
That
started,
you
yeah, when I
love.
start, yes, when I started
Yeah.
doing this, when I started putting out myself, because I have like fear of speaking, fear of
Yep.
uh, asking questions, or fear of, because I lived in that zone for so many years,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I personally know like what my mind thinks, like
Yeah.
outside people, they think I'm confident, I'm getting good score, but inside, but
Same
inside,
here. Same
yeah.
here. You're like,
And
people are always saying, I love your confidence, Liberty. I love your confidence. I'm like, I'm confident. Really? Okay.
yeah, but
Maybe
when
I'm
I started
able.
doing, yeah, but when I started doing interviews, when I started interacting with people, like I'm learning from their stories, because
Right.
I personally believe that each and every person has their own unique style of confidence, or like they have gone through so many experiences in their life, and
Mhm.
each person respond or react in a different way for the same problem. So I'm like collecting their stories, and I'm like learning how they are reacting, how we can change, how I can change in my life, because as a person I don't get all these problems
Yeah.
in my life. But through these interviews, what I'm learning is, if I get that problem, or if I face that issue in my life, I know how to deal in that situation, because I'm interacting with people, I'm knowing their stories.
Yeah.
So, like when I started this YouTube thing, or all this social media thing, I'm like, oh, it's like very easy. Just uploading means like all people, I'll get many views, all that things. But when I actually started taking action, I got to know there is so much struggle. And I'm learning from Adam Carmichael. He is my pillar. Like I look up
Yeah.
to him so much.
I love
And
him. Yeah.
yeah, and like many other people, I listen to Tom Bellew, Louis House,
Oh,
David
yeah.
Miller, Tony Robbins, Mel
Yes.
Robbins. Like she is my
Yes.
superstar.
Yes. I love him. Oh my gosh. I saw Mel Robbins last year at Powerful You,
Hmm.
and it was in Salt Lake City. I'm like, I don't want to go to Salt Lake City, Utah, but I went there. It's like, I don't know, like there's nothing there as far as I know, but I wanted to see Mel Robbins. I saw Mel Robbins. I met Tom Bilyeu. He was on my Instagram. We did a video together, some pictures. And then Lewis Howes was there again, of course. I mean, Charlie from Charisma on Command. I love him. Henry Amar. There's so many people. And I wanted to tell you that if you can get a scholarship, it was only $35, and I got for a T-shirt that was $5. So total was like $35 for a T-shirt, and for the admission, which is 3 days. It's in Los Angeles though, so the only thing is you'd have to buy a plane ticket.
Hmm.
And then you'd probably have to. That's probably what you probably won't do it, because then you have to like buy a plane ticket and like a hotel or something.
Oh,
Because
it's uh-huh.
if I have my place, I would let you stay with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. But it's gonna be amazing. Like your boy Dave is gonna be. I don't. How do you pronounce his last name? Dave
David
Meltzer.
Meltzer. Yeah.
Meltzer.
I saw your list. I saw
Yeah.
your pic that you have sent me.
Yeah. I was like, I want to see her. I want her to join us. It's got. Oh, Lisa Billy is gonna be there. Tom Billy's wife. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I'm following her channel as well. Like she's doing interviews with lady superstars, women of impact.
Yeah. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. Yes. I love that. It's like I'm so glad that I'm here with you, because you're the first woman that I interviewed, and you're amazing, because like I really wanted to focus on females more too, because it's like we don't we it's like you said, there's like a negative stigma, it's
Hmm.
like you can't do that because you're a woman, or
Yes.
like if I walk past somebody and I don't talk to them because I'm working, just because I have headphones in, it doesn't mean I'm just chilling listening to music. I might be
Yes.
listening to a podcast. I might be
Podcast
doing,
interview
yeah,
or
yeah, or I might be listening to my own podcast, editing it. I might
yes.
anything.
so
you
that
know.
you can improve yourself. Because when I started like a podcast or videos, I used to hate my own voice.
Yeah, me too.
but
Me too.
but after that I started listening my own videos, so that really helped me to grow like even more quickly. Because I used to listen to my videos like 2 or 3 times a day, and how can I improve in my next video? How can I improve? Where can I improve? Like how to start? Because I follow Evan Carmichael, like so I can say I'm like a disciple and biggest fan. And he says when you start a video, you need to first start with your opinion and then give actual context. And in the last, you need to explain like how or why or like tips how they can improve. What are the actionable steps they can take? So I'm
Hmm.
learning all these things, and I'm implementing both on my English and also like during my interviews. I told you before on our conversation with like a phone call few days back. When I did my first interview, I was like terrified, afraid, because I'm so nervous. I prepared for 3 hours or 4 hours. Like I wrote so many questions, like what I need to ask, like how to pronounce this, or how to is this grammatically correct? Yeah, and
Yeah,
yeah,
it
and
gets too
like
much. It gets too much.
yeah, but because it's my first thing, and I really want to
You want it
be
to be
like
perfect. Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, but I did like a couple of like I think 10 to interviews, or like 10 to 15 interviews like that, like with lot of preparation. But after that, I got to know that I'm not being at that moment. I'm not presenting, or I'm not like listening to the actual guest. So that's what I
Yeah.
like. That's what I really noticed in my interviews. And what I changed is I started listening to TED talks, where
Oh yes.
yeah, one TED talk,
Yes.
in that one TED talk, like he mentioned that you don't need to prepare. If you want a question, just be present at the moment and listen to the guest. If guest says he wakes up at every morning at 7:05 a.m., ask them why particularly 7:05. Is there any reason behind it? It's a question. They will explain what. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I started like that. I started doing without preparation. I did 2 or 3 interviews like that, and I really loved it. The
Yeah.
way, yeah, and I'm
Like a
like,
normal conversation.
yes, it's like a conversation. But I'm like, I didn't deleted my old interviews because they are my pillars. Uh, yeah,
You said you
so
didn't delete them, or you did?
I didn't deleted all those old interviews. I put like everything.
Because
What?
it shows your progress, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I look at some of my, I cringe. I look at some of my videos because, like Sean says, your first videos are your worst videos, and
First, yes, I
oh
listen to this.
God, I'm so
I listen.
embarrassed.
Yeah,
Kill me
I listen to
now.
them every day, like video influences.
Yeah. Oh man. But I at the same time, I'm like, okay. I laugh at myself, and I'm like, I'm proud. I'm proud of how far I
Yes,
come.
yes,
I
and
had to do those to get to where I'm at now. You know?
and yeah, and one more thing I need to mention here is when I started my YouTube or when I started my Instagram, my family don't know that I am doing all these things.
Oh
I
really?
didn't. Yeah, I didn't told them. I'm like afraid, like what they will think of me. But I didn't stop doing, because if like one day I will surely tell them. But the thing is like I continue doing because I want to show them what I did and how I improved, and how my
Right.
maturity got improved, and how my thinking
Yeah.
got improved. So
That's
but
smart. That's
yes,
smart.
and that one day what happened is like I'm doing all these interviews, and I posted on one of the Billy Nation Facebook group or something like that. I posted one of my interview video on that. And my brother. My brother saw that video and he shared it to every family member.
Oh wow, that was
And
proud of you.
yes, and they said, "We are so proud of you, and
Uh,
continue your thing. We support you."
oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh my god, I feel
Yes,
that. I can tell how happy you are. Like it's really it's such an emotional thing, isn't it? It's like
yes,
you want to go for your dream, and then it's like the hardest part is feel like you're alone and like
yes,
nobody believes in you and nobody cares about what you're doing, even though you're doing it for them. You know
yes.
that was hard. But one day, can I tell you a quick story about my channel?
Yeah, sure.
I think it was about maybe close to 3 years ago because I've been doing this like 4 years, 4.5 years, and I didn't tell anybody at first. I just started doing it for me. Like I was putting it private or I wasn't putting it private because I didn't think like I didn't know I could do that, and I was just doing it for me because I wanted to be a better communicator, and I wanted
Mm-hmm.
to tell myself all these things like Darren Hardy and all this stuff. So anyway, eventually, like I got to the point where I was somewhat confident in it, and I got better with the editing. Back when YouTube still had the YouTube editor, you could put a video here, and you could save them, and then you could take that and your intro and your outro and all that stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
so anyway, I did that, and I that's when I first got my tagline. My name is Liberty v Justice. There's no period in my V, and my victories never end, and yours don't have to either, my friends. So one day I called up my niece. Like I sent this video to my mom, and she said, hold on, Riley wants to talk to you, and she's like, hello, Liberty v Justice. she, she's like, my name is Liberty v Justice, and there's no period in my V because my victories never end, and yours don't have to either. and then and that was, what? That was the day that I became wealthy. That was the
And
day.
yes, and I want to share some like this similar experience. I went to India like in February, like a few months back, and
Hmm.
as like my family knows and my close relatives know that I'm doing all these interviews, and they started they started asking about. They started telling about my videos. I saw that video. I saw that you are doing good. You are explaining good
Wow.
because they knew me from childhood, and they know like I don't speak like
Yeah.
much in the childhood, but now
Yeah.
they're seeing me like speaking more and speaking with different people, and they're like, wow.
And they look up to you and they want to be like you now, right?
And now I'm like helping a couple of my family members because they're housewives, and I really want to see like because they have some free time in their day like on the in the daytime. So I'm like telling them ideas. You can start your podcast with your phone because
Yeah.
it really helps you to grow your confidence. even if
Yeah.
even if like YouTube shut down or Anchor, there is no tools, but this confidence, these skills, it will last with you forever, for life.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
And I also want to mention too. I want our viewers to know because I want to hold you accountable. You and I have a similar, the same goal, I should say. Where did I see that? I think I saw. I can't
On
remember if it was a
Anchor,
YouTube.
Anchor
Was it on
podcast.
Anchor? Yeah, the goal that you want to do a TED Talk.
Yes, TEDx. Yes.
Yeah, that's been my goal for years too. So you're gonna do it. You think you're gonna do a TED Talk this year?
Yes, I'm trying, but I hope. And I also like printed. I like I did a Photoshop and I put myself on that TEDx stage,
Ah, that's
and
cool. I love that.
yes,
Oh
and
wow,
I hang it on my wall, and also I framed that picture, and I
wow.
put it in my home back in India also.
Oh wow, that is cool. That's a great
Yeah.
idea, like a vision board. Yeah.
Yes,
So
I created vision board as well.
that's cool. So do you know the process? Are you going like trying to reach out to the TEDx people or what? How can we make it happen?
The thing is, I already like tried TEDx people in Austin, but each TEDx people has their own theme for their for every year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Like
we need
in
like
every state or
no, like each and every TEDx community, they have their own theme in their in city. So, for example, in Austin, if they have like 5 or 6 TEDx communities, each and every each and every community has their own theme. So, our topic or the topic we want to deliver, it has to match to their theme. Otherwise, they won't select.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I tried with one of the TEDx community here in Austin. So they told me that your topic is not relevant to our current thing. So, but we can try it later this year or something like that. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
So, are you open to maybe like trying a community in another state or something?
yeah, we can. I can write, and the thing is, like, I'm going through so many things right now. So I need to first clear out my space. So there are so many things. So, but and also in India, there is similar to TEDx, which is called Josh Talks. So I'm also aiming for
Oh,
that.
okay. Oh, I'm gonna
So
have to look that up then. Okay. Do they have
Josh
that on
Talks.
YouTube?
Yes,
Josh
it's in
talks
like
like Joshua,
Josh,
like what?
Josh.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So
Okay. So how did you even find these TEDx communities? Just Googling or what?
yes, just Googling.
Google is king, I
Yes. Yeah,
guess.
because like I listen to podcast interviews and TEDx mainly. Like I used to listen. My first inspiration started with there is like another talks called Ink Talks. So in India, there is a person, a man who is from like a rural background. He is like a school dropout, but uh, he manufactured a pad like a during our menstrual periods every month we wear pads, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, he manufactured that like a what I can say machine, the pad making machine in a less price with all the resources that
Wow.
he has in his own community because he works as a mechanic, so he know how to belt, how to do all those things. So he took, yeah,
Right.
and now he is like one of the top entrepreneur in that community. And also one movie also came out of based on his life story. It's called, and it's
Oh
called
wow.
Padman, and he wore pad. Yeah, like he's the man who wore pad because he need to test, right? He manufactures pads
Right.
for the rural because in India, in rural villages, uh,
You
like
can't say that thing to a woman. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and no, the thing is, in rural villages, so many women are dying with the diseases because they don't know about all these pads. And also, if they want to
Hygiene.
buy pad, they don't have enough money because it costs more.
Yeah. Wow,
So
that's
that's why,
crazy.
yeah,
Wow.
that's why he started his like he manufactured a small machine. It's
Yeah.
like a at a very reasonable price, and he's like teaching that skills to the like women entrepreneurs or women in that community so that they can manufacture or they can like they can manufacture their own pads and they can sell. He's
Wow, that's
teaching.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I met him through Ink Talks, and I didn't met him, but
Oh.
I saw his talk on Ink Talks, and after a few months, I saw him on TEDx,
Wow. That's
and that's
crazy.
and like he is the first person who inspired me.
Wow, that is amazing. I love that story. It's like because I learned so much, not just because it's so inspiring, just because of like I didn't know that stuff about India either. You know,
Yeah,
I'm learning that. I love other cultures. I would love to go to like. I don't want to get when I get married. I don't want a wedding because I just want to celebrate and be happy with my marriage. But I want to have like if I did have a wedding, it would be like an anniversary, and I want to go to India. And I know you're gonna laugh probably, but I want to ride on the elephants and stuff. Like a
oh,
queen.
okay.
Yeah, for real. I
Awesome.
don't know, but yeah, I was thinking. I was wondering, do you think about yourself like how the Padman's he was a mechanic, but then that's how he got the skills to make this machine. Do you look at yourself like that? Like you get the skills to do YouTube all these because you work in software engineering, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably where you get a lot of your tech skills. Well, and going to school and now you're working it kind of almost like is preparing you for your YouTube channel and stuff, right? You think?
Yeah, the thing is like at my job also confidence really matters, because if I want to deliver something, I need to be clear at what I'm saying, or I need to be clear at what I'm asking. So
Yeah.
when I started my job, I don't have that confidence. So
Right.
this the skills I'm learning, it is helping me everywhere, every each and every part of my life. And one thing I need to mention is like I did my masters, right? So I have so much of student loan and also family debt.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to clear out my student loans before I go back or before getting married. That's my real goal, because I look up to my parents. I have a tattoo. So
Oh wow. Okay. I
yeah,
didn't know you had a tattoo. What does it
yeah.
say?
It says like these two letters means mother in my language. These two letters means brother. These two letters means father. So I
Oh
combined
wow.
all my family in one tattoo. So
That's cool.
yeah,
Yeah. So
uh,
you have only one sibling, one brother?
no, two brothers, and I'm the younger one.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm the first one who came to US in my family,
Yeah.
and like after my masters, I decided to clear out my loans. Like once I got job, I started like what along with my family, because without their support, I'm not here. And like so, and I started working with my brothers,
Wow.
family, and we cleared out all our student loans and family debts, like in 1 year.
Oh wow.
So
So you're saying, let me make sure, I want to make sure I'm understanding you correctly. So what you're saying is that your family supports you and without them you wouldn't be here. So what you're saying, you paid off all your brother's and his wife's debt. Is that what you're saying?
no, no, I cleared my student loan, and also uh, they did debts to send me out here, and also we have some debts, because since childhood we three, my brothers and me, we studied with only debts, because we took money from our relatives, we took money from outside people with a
Yeah.
lot of interest, because my father
Pay for schooling or
what for
money
schooling.
to, okay. All right.
Yeah, so I know the struggle.
Wow.
So I saw that, and my parents didn't fight for that money, but they told what are the things happening in family, so that we can understand the things, the reality. And also uh, when I started clearing out my loans in 2017, I started like uh, unconsciously I started taking responsibility. When I took that responsibility, I started like learning so many things. It really helped me.
Mm-hmm.
Like and
Yeah.
in the same process, I started learning about myself, and I started loving about
Yeah.
myself, because I used to
Yeah.
you can see so many moles on my face, like a black
Yeah.
marks. I
Yeah.
used to like hate my face for so many
Wow.
years, but uh, since 2 or 3 years, I started loving myself. I started telling, you are the beautiful girl.
Yeah.
When I see in mirror, I say that every single day. And after saying that,
I went through the same problem. That's why I'm crying now.
mm,
No, please finish, please. I want to hear this.
yeah, I started like telling that you are the beautiful girl, and you have that strong power to do what you think in mind. You can achieve whatever you want in life, but you need commitment. So many hardships will come in your way, so many obstacles, so many people will come
Yeah.
and hold you back. But I decided to go forward. That's
Yep. Well, if it was easy, if there was no
yes,
hardships, then
yes,
number one, everybody would be doing it. Number two, then we wouldn't appreciate it,
Yes.
and that's why we're rock stars, because we know that there's going to be hard things come in, and we welcome that, and we do
Mm-hmm.
it and we conquer, right? Yeah, that was probably for me, like, that was the hardest thing, was loving myself no matter what. Like when
Yes.
I started to like myself somewhat, like when I quit drinking and stuff. This was 11 years ago. I quit drugs, I quit alcohol, I quit cigarettes, and I was really heavy, so I lost 200 pounds, and I started to like myself again, and I started to say, man, I'm beautiful, but you know what happened? Then I started to get gray hair and wrinkles, and then I got cancer, and then I had no hair for a while, and I was so skinny that first time in my life people picked on me and said I was too skinny. So, but you know what I realized? I don't care. I don't care what anybody else thinks. And my beauty is not just external. It comes from
External.
here.
Yes.
Yeah, and like you said, it comes from the way you treat yourself and others, but it also comes from, like you said, you keep doing things and you become better, and you conquer yourself, all these things that you want to do, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. And that's what makes you beautiful, and that's what makes you have the confidence, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. Man, I'm so glad we did this. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, that's great. Wow. So I wanted to ask you. Remember you were telling me on the phone about how when you first came to America, how you started wearing jeans.
Yeah, like I didn't wear jeans until like I came to US, because I used like as per my culture we used to wear Punjabis or dresses or saris. But
Hmm.
after coming to US, I can't wear it, because like I should be like be with this community and be with this culture. So
Yeah.
but I started wearing, and but the thing is, this is like I put bindi on my face, like a red thing. So
Hmm.
I put this since my childhood, like 5 years. So it's some people think they won't put bindis or they won't wear bangles after coming to US, but I didn't stop doing all those small things. I changed
Yeah.
my dressing style, but I didn't change my internal like
Beliefs.
beliefs or
Yeah.
yes. So that's
Uh,
really important.
yes, it's very important. I was thinking, like what you were saying, that I was thinking two things I want to ask you is, do you think that because do you think it would have been harder because you want to differentiate yourself and just be confident who you are, but if you would have, I personally think that if you would have been wearing all those Indian headdresses and all those things, I think that would have made you kind of that would have been the focus of other people's conversations, is they would have been talking to you about that instead of who you really are inside. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Do you think that was a thought that you had back then, or you just were trying to embrace American culture?
No, no, no. I wear the I love wearing t-shirts, which has like a simple. I used
Yeah.
I love t-shirts with
Is that Tony
I
Robbins' book, Unbreakable?
no, no, no. Like I went to meet Evan Carmichael in Cleveland when he is in
Hmm.
tour, and one of the audience, she makes customized T-shirts, and she gifted me this T-shirt.
Wow. Okay, that's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah. That's
it's her.
cool. So you went to
No,
Ohio.
yes,
Wow.
Ohio. Yeah, it's my like
Wow.
a first trip.
That's cool. I just started watching that one with you and Evan, but I was at the grocery store. I was like, I'm gonna listen to this later when I can pay attention.
Yeah,
But that was good. So yeah, I had a couple questions though. Um, okay, so oh yeah, you know what? We kind of started this off like we didn't do like a beginning to introduce you or anything. We did,
but
um,
it.
do you want
I
to
love this. I love this kind of conversation.
what? Because this is like a normal conversation. Do you think we should do like a separate video and do to introduce you and stuff like that, or?
No, not at all. I love this kind of conversation, casual conversation, because people love this kind of interaction.
Yeah, 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 that's true. Okay, but now, just for the record, though, because people might not know you, a lot of people on my channel they don't know you. So I want you to tell them your real name, your full name, and tell them the name of your YouTube channel.
Yeah, sure. I'm Revati Janavarapu. You can call me RJ, the first letters of my name. So, and the meaning of my name is the Revati is my first name. So, meaning of my name is star in Telugu. Star.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
that's why I really love my name. So
yeah. That's
and
awesome.
yes, and that's where it all began. And I read Evan Carmichael one word, and that's how I came up with my one word. It's a rock star. I can do anything. I'm
You can
becoming
do
rock.
anything. That's right.
Yes.
You are a rock
Yes.
star. You're
and
awesome.
and like what my tagline is, don't be a victim of your life, be a rock star of your life. You have choice, you have choice and chance to
Yep.
become rock star, but
Yep.
you are choosing being a victim.
Yep.
No, be a rock star of your life. My
Exactly.
YouTube channel, I run YouTube channel with a name called the School of Rock Stars. I interview people
Yeah.
from different kinds of fields, entrepreneurs or like a fitness or every like housewives. I did in Instagram live with my mother, like she is doing
Oh wow.
yeah,
That's
she's
cool.
cooking, yeah, she's cooking some pickle, and I recorded because that's her first presence, online presence.
Oh wow. Okay. That's cool. Yeah. I think that would be cool maybe to get my mom on one. She's so camera
Yes.
shy though, but she doesn't even have Instagram. She doesn't know how to do it. But
If
she has
she's like a
Facebook.
shy, yeah,
Yeah.
if she's like a shy doing video, you can record a conversation on Anchor. So
Yeah,
that's,
that's a good idea too. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think a lot of the questions that I had for you that I wanted to make sure that everybody out there knows that you're a trailblazer. You're the first person in your family to come here from India. I mean, I really want to. You are a star and you're a rock star, and I want everybody to see that because you're going to be such a great example for people in India, people, women all over the world. And I have a lot of young people who watch my channel, so I want them to know, like, high school kids and stuff like that, and I want them to see you and see how great you are. But you talked about that. um, and I'm curious though, I have this question: why do you think that, well, it's like a two-part question, okay? Like, why do you think that being a great communicator is so important in today's society? But
Hmm.
also, why is it so important to you? Like, you personally, why do you want to be a great communicator?
The first question, like answer to the first question, why communication is important in present society, because if we don't raise our voice, or if we don't communicate well, we can't win in life, we can't win in job, we can't like in every aspect of your life. Communication is very crucial. It plays a very important role, because why it is really important to me is, personally, I'm like, I score 80 to 90% in each subject. I'm like very good at studies, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
have that self confidence to speak, to stand out and ask a question, to stand out and ask for help. I used to think that if I say anything grammatically wrong, what other students will think of me, what teacher
Right.
will think of me, what other people will think of me. If I ask,
Yeah.
if I raise my voice, if like even in my families, if I raise my voice, what they will think of me. I gave priority to others for so
Yeah.
many years, but
Yep.
I didn't like myself. But in my mind, my inner self really want to express it out. So I started presenting out my fear. I know I'm not very good at communicating yet, but I'm doing it. I'm correcting myself. I'm doing it. I'm correcting myself. Like when like I did my first Instagram 30-second video. I started with that 30-second video saying that believe and be confident. I was like, it's like nothing. It's like a trash. But I remember that video for lifelong, and I did it on June 14th, 2018. I remembered that date because it's very close to my heart, and it's like the stepping stone to where I am right now. And yeah, from
Exactly.
that day I started posting one video. I started, like, I don't know what to tell, I don't know like what to express. So what I started doing is, I used to read out the quotations. I used to tell what I learned. I used to if I saw any quotation, I used to repeat that. I used to like record a video so
Yeah.
that, yeah, some people may think it's what she is saying, what bullshit she is talking, but I know what I'm learning. I know what I'm going through. I
Yeah.
want to be confident. I want to be speak out. I want to stand up because and one of my goal is I want to really help out the children. I really love children,
Yeah.
so
I can
it's,
tell.
yeah.
I've I've seen some of your live streams,
Yes.
and I think you did something. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to say something because I guess I never told you this. But I saw one of your live streams, and it was this young boy, and I caught it in the middle, so I'm not even sure where
Julian
there was some
Alfaro.
kind of
Yes, like
what.
Julian Alfaro. Like he's like 8-year-old boy.
Yeah, it was a really young boy, and it was something about I don't know if he saw a video of yours or something he did in school, but you were asking him what he learned, and it was really cool. I was like, wow, this kid's gonna be great. Like he's starting young, and that's my goal too. Is like I want people to start earlier, and
No, the thing is, he is my inspiration to start my first, to record my first Instagram video because,
oh wow,
yeah, he wrote a book already. He is just
what?
8 years. Yes,
Oh
he's
my
just 8
goodness,
years old, and he wrote
wow,
a book, and he already met Grant Cardone,
no
Sai
shit.
Lopez,
Oh wow,
so many
oh,
people. Yes.
this kid is killing me already. Oh my god.
And on that day, I told you, right, I recorded my video on June 14th, 2018. On that day, I'm watching one of his video, and he is like constantly speak. He's he's stumbling, and he has that fear, but he's taking action to get
Exactly.
out of that fear. Then I told myself, he's
That's a,
just,
yep.
yeah, I told myself that he's just 8-year-old kid. You are 25 years old young lady. You are sitting at home and you're not taking action. You're thinking.
Yeah.
But like
Yep.
just after that, after watching his video, and pressed a record button on my phone, and I put that 30-second video. It really changed my life because I've been like
Yeah.
so many entrepreneurs, what they will say is learning is not sufficient. You need to execute, learn, execute, share, learn, execute. Execution is really
Yeah.
important. And Evan
Yeah.
preaches that 5% planning and
Yeah.
95% execution. That's what
Yeah.
I really believes, and that's what I really
Yeah.
live that thing.
Exactly. And then, when you, I have, can I say 2 points? Like, one is that you're going to learn along the way. I guess there's maybe three, but yeah. Oh, because when you share, it just reinforces it for yourself too. Even if nobody watches it, you
Yes,
still learn. And then also, Gary Vaynerchuk talks about like the way we're doing right now. This is not really, we're not doing like a script. He talks about
yes,
like creation versus
freestyle,
documentation.
documenting.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Like this is more like documenting our lives than it would be like a setup thing that people aren't going to like it anyway because it's not authentic,
Yes,
you know? Yeah. But my thing was I'm always trying to prepare because like the same thing with you. I'm always afraid to say anything because I don't want to look stupid, you know? so I have like all this stuff written down. I'm like, no, you're right. It's just, I mean, I think I'm doing great right now. And I want to point out to you that you are amazing. You keep saying that you've been saying this ever since we met. You're like, I want to be confident. I want to be confident. But you are confident, but you want to be more confident, you know?
and
But
and I'm doing all these things, right? I'm
Yeah,
making
that's what
videos,
I'm
I'm
saying.
editing videos, and sometimes I struck at some point because I want to be perfect. I want to make it like a look good. At that times, I delay it so much. I procrastinate so much. So
Right.
I tell
Yeah.
myself where you started. Think where you started and what's your principle. You said 5% planning and 94% execution, and you said like don't look for perfection, but keep put out yourself. And then why are you wasting or why are you spending so much time on music or adding music or editing video?
Yeah.
So that's like
Exactly.
I'll tell to myself. So like I
Yeah.
really love that part. And if I feel low also, I write down in my diary or in my journal how I'm feeling or how can I improve and what are the thoughts I'm coming so that I can release my negativity through
Yeah.
that writing.
And write down, do you write down your victories and stuff like that too? Like you think about
Yes,
it before you go to bed and when you wake up, like because
yes.
I think that's what keeps us going is having those little victories, and it makes us feel good and it makes us
Mhm.
want to do more,
Yes,
and that's
I
what
do
you're.
that every single day. I'm
Yeah.
doing it since almost 2 years. I'm doing that journaling thing. It's really helping me. It gives me so much of happiness when I write that each I'll start with a date, and I also write out when I wake up and when I slept, like a before day. So it gives me so that I can see my progress, where what I'm doing, and also I write my to-do list. I write my short-term goals and long-term goals, and also I I prepare my mind that I'm interviewing even Carmichael. Even if didn't ask them, like I'll write this gonna be happen. So I'll write it
Yeah.
like I don't write it like I want to interview. I will write it as I am interviewing Evan Carmichael. I
Yes.
am interviewing. It's like a Louis
Yep.
House.
Exactly. I said that he said that in his book and he said that on his podcast, and I say certain things too. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to keep to myself because it's too much to take too long. But yeah, I said I was going to meet Lewis. I met him. I said I was going to meet Jay Shetty, and I didn't even have to try to meet Jay Shetty. I just was in the right place because when I was homeless last year, I paid I saved up $1,000, and that was hard because I only get $1,000 a month, but I saved it up over the course of a year, and I paid for my plane tickets. It actually cost me like $800 for the hotel room, But I went in
Mhm.
and I worked and volunteered for Lewis, and I was like, I told myself I told everybody too. I said I'm gonna meet Jay Shetty, and a lot of people says I'm nuts, I don't care. But when I got in the elevator and there was a bunch of people in there, and I turned around and it was like the first time that I was like starstruck. I literally jumped up. I jumped, and Jay Shetty was like loving it. He was like, "Yeah, she loves me." And but he did a quick video with me, and then after that, he was like, every time he saw me, he was like, "Hello, Liberty." It was cool. Hey, you want to hear something really funny? Like we talk about the hateful comments on YouTube and stuff like that. Remember, I met Gary. You saw the video that I met Gary
Yes,
Vaynerchuk.
yes.
Well, I was telling everybody. I said I'm gonna meet Gary Vaynerchuk today. I'm gonna meet Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm gonna meet Gary Vaynerchuk. So I went to the gym, and just like today, I did the same thing. I've been up since 4 a.m., but I haven't eaten anything because I can focus better on an empty stomach.
Okay.
So I didn't eat nothing, and I knew he's gonna be down there. It was like 10 o'clock. I waited till 1 p.m. and I made a video, and that was what you saw, the first video on my phone, and then I combined it with the one, and because I put a video on Instagram, and I said, "G, what's up?" I was like, "This is Liberty." I say, "This is how it's going down, like Dookie Brown. You coming to my town, and you're gonna be on my YouTube channel, right?" It was so funny. I said, "It's gonna be me and you, 10 a.m. at Chew Palace, right?" And I tagged him in it, and I had a bunch of people saying things. Like one guy was like, "Are you smoking crack?" Right? And you know what I did after that? I posted the video and I tagged him in it.
Okay.
It was just funny. Like I never said anything mean to him. I just posted that video, and then he comments and he goes, "So what was the point?" And I was thinking, I didn't say anything. I was just like, well, I mean, you said I couldn't do it. You said I'll smoke crack, but I did it, you know. But I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. I prove it to myself, you know.
Yes.
And just you say you're gonna do something. All you gotta do is you say you want to do it. You tell yourself every day, write it down, whatever you gotta do. But then you just find a way to make it happen. Because as long as
Yes.
you still want to do it, as long as you want it, you have that fire inside, and you know you're gonna do it. You're gonna find the way. Eventually, you're gonna
and
find the way.
and also universe will also help the people around us, and universe, it will help to make it happen.
Yeah, yeah. Just meeting the right people, like
Yes.
you can tell. You can tell when you meet somebody. You can tell when somebody's alive. You can see
Yes.
their spirit. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. No, I almost forgot. I wanted to mention that. What was that little boy's name that you met on the 8-year-old on your Instagram?
Julian Alfaro. Julian.
Julian Alvaro.
Yes.
Yeah. When you were on the live
You can
stream with him,
you can search for the elementary entrepreneur.
elementary entrepreneur.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. That is so cool. But when you, I'm now excited. I want to see this dude. But I was thinking when you were on the live stream with him, he has like a baby sister or brother or something, and the
Yeah.
baby was like making noise, and I thought that was cool what you did because you were like, oh hey, can you turn the camera on the baby? Is I want to see what the baby's doing because it was so distracting to him. He was having a hard time focusing. He was still
Focusing.
doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, he was doing pretty good though,
And
and they're like, wow.
he just did live stream on his Instagram, and he came out on my live stream, and he sent me a
Oh,
yes.
wow, that's cool.
Because
Wow.
before that I did an interview with him. So
On your YouTube channel or
yes, on Instagram, I did
yeah.
interview on Instagram, and I put that video on YouTube.
Oh, really? I'm gonna have to check it out. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to. I
Yes.
want to watch that now. I'm excited. That's I mean, I'll have to watch that before I watch the one with Evan. I think because that sounds really cool. Yeah, cool. Okay, and you know what? We'll put the links down below here. We'll put the links to that one and the one for Evan, or there's a few for Evan. We'll put like you have a playlist for Evan Carmichael, right?
Well,
So
yes.
we'll put that there, and then of course we're gonna put your channel links and all that. I'm curious though, like what? Well, first of all, how long have you been doing YouTube?
I'm doing since 2017 or something, but I'm not working on this channel. I started with another channel. I did so many mistakes, and
Mhm.
I shut it down. Like
Oh, you had a different channel before School of Rockstars.
no, the thing is at that time I didn't concentrated on putting myself out. I concentrated on creating content with small clips, and I learned so much with that process. And
Curating
yes,
content,
with
like curating other
content,
people's content.
and
Okay.
I shared that channel, and then I started working on the School of Rockstars. So
Yeah.
I started in 2018, in the mid of 2018, that I can say. So that's where it really started. And
When you started doing your own stuff.
yes, and in the end of 2018, I started uh, requesting for interviews and doing all these interviews. So
So no, finish what you're saying. I'm sorry.
yeah, and in 2000 itself, I got that idea. Why don't I start a YouTube channel in my own language? Because if I do a video on my in my own language, I don't need to edit, or I don't need to spend so much time on editing. So that's
Hmm.
why I thought, why don't I start my own Telugu YouTube channel, so that, and
Yeah.
I started focusing on students. How can I'm learning so many things on mindset, morning routine, entrepreneur skills, so many things.
You said
So I'm
mindset. And what was the other thing? Mindset and what?
mindset, morning routine, entrepreneur skills, and so many other things like a personality development. So I'm sharing what I'm listening and what I am executing. I'm sharing all
Yeah.
those things in my Telugu YouTube channel, and it won't take
Yeah.
long for me because I just list out the topics or I just write it down. Okay, I get so many ideas. I have like I did an Excel sheet with ideas that I have for
Oh,
YouTube
really?
videos. Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
and
That's a good idea.
yeah, and I started recording, and I don't do any editing on my Telugu channel. I'll just record and I'll just publish it.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll just upload it because I want to see myself. Like I want to show the students. Don't spend time on the things that you don't want. Spend
Right.
time on your like what you really want to improve, what the skill
Yeah.
you really want to improve. And like I learned it from Evan Karmak. Like he says, if you want to improve in singing, why you are spending so much time on editing that video and adding music? No, put
Exactly.
yourself out. Spend so much time practicing on singing, practicing. So that's what I implemented on my communications. So when I do Telugu things, I don't edit. I put myself out. But
Yep.
before doing that, I just noted down a small list of points. Okay, this point I need to mention. This point I need to mention. That's it. I'll make a small list,
Yeah.
and I'll in one take I'll record that video. That's it. No other.
That's
Yeah,
good.
and
Yeah, and that's what.
that's
Huh?
the skills I'm learning in that thing. I'm implementing the same during my interviews or during creating videos on my English channel. So it's like really helping me both sides.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a great idea, actually. I mean, just like Gary Vaynerchuk says, I mean, he does it like, my. I think my problem was when I actually started to make this a thing, um, YouTube and everything. It was like I started to lose some confidence because I'm like, okay, I'm not as good as Gary Vaynerchuk. you know?
Yeah, we get that comparison in the middle of it, but that's the what I can say. That's a beautiful thing we can learn through this YouTube journey or this through this process, because
Yeah,
it helps us that
your voice,
you should
right?
not compare with any other, because
Right.
you are your own competition.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah.
And then so like I think both of us are the same where it's like we kind of we found our own voice and who we really are through doing these things,
Hmm.
doing YouTube and Anchor. And it's like, I mean, even when I'm out in public, I feel like, oh my gosh, I should have a camera following me around all the time because when I'm, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
Like my one of my biggest things is I love to see people's reactions, and I kind of think about like I'll think about this later and our reactions to each other and things like that, and it's really important, because if I want to make an impact on the world, I got to know how I'm doing that right now in real life, and I'm like, man, I just like said that perfectly, but then when I go to try to do the same exact thing on my channel, I just totally mess it up, and I don't. I'm like, God, help me, please. But I'm getting so much better at it. And it's thanks to people like you. And I have a friend. His name is Jesus. He works at my gym, and he's great because he's like, he always just wants to talk to me, and I love listening to him because he's such a great communicator. And it's like we sometimes we don't communicate like at all,
Mhm.
and that's
Yes.
me. I don't want to talk. I'm like, okay, he don't care about me. You know what I'm saying? But then, like last night, I sent him. I was so sick last night. I was up almost the whole night, but I texted him my podcast, and he sent me a text back. He was like, "Hey, I just listened to that. I'm going to listen to some more of your podcast." And he put a thumbs up. But I didn't answer him. I still haven't answered him yet because it really touched me that he said that he did that for me. And plus, like when I looked at metrics are really important to me, so I looked at my podcast and I was like, wow, yesterday I earned 78 cents or something like that. And but after he listened to it, and I sent it to a bunch of other people, and so now I had like 100 more listens since then. I have like
Oh.
Yeah, and now I have like $1.28, and I have like 3 more listeners or something. Like estimated audience, I got like 5 listeners, but it's because I've been doing it, and because I asked people. But it made me feel good. It made me feel good. The point of all this is the point that like it makes me feel good to have people like myself in my life. He has a YouTube channel that he doesn't do it anymore, but he's getting better at communicating. So I think he's going to start that again.
Mhm.
But you and we all have similar goals, and we're all like learning communication from each other and
Mm.
supporting each other and what we do. And I think that's the most important thing, you know what I mean? Like having
Yes.
that support, you have that support now, and so it makes you want to do more and become even better, you know?
Hmm. And
Yeah.
before starting this podcast, you shared that like you have an idea like starting a weekly podcast together. So if you
Hmm.
like, if you can, we can discuss like what uh, something like what we can come up with for each week, so that we can discuss on things. So or else like I want to make it like half an hour thing or something like that, because I can't
Half an
give
hour,
much.
you said?
Yes, half an
Okay.
hour.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. So, like, do you have any ideas of like
Oh,
what kind of topics or something like that?
yeah, I have a lot of topics. One, number one is that the one thing I want to, there's so many. One thing I want to talk to, because it's different having a conversation with, and I think people want to hear 2 people talking versus just
Yes,
one, you
yes,
know?
yes, yes.
But one thing is something that you mentioned about like I guess it would be like self-image, but self-worth too. Because I always say you're worth it, and for a long time I didn't believe I was worth it. So I would like us to talk about how you said you didn't like your face for a long time, and
Mm-hmm.
now you say you are a pretty girl, right?
Yes.
And I would like to talk about that, and the women really need to hear that, especially like I know a lot of ladies, like young ladies in high school, and they live in Columbia, South Carolina. I did my first 2 years homeless. I was living in Columbia, and then I've been here almost 2 years. But these ladies, nobody knew I was homeless. That's the thing. I was clean and all this stuff, and I was very. I think people say they didn't know I was homeless because I was very sociable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I was always happy. But a lot of these girls need to hear about self-image, and because a lot of them that like my belief is that I don't have sex before marriage, and because I'm
Mm-hmm.
worth it. And so I want to teach these ladies like, hey, you don't have to just have sex, because a lot of times you have sex and everything, and it just makes it and it ends up, you think it's going to help you and make you feel more worthy, but it ends up making you feel less worthy and less
Mm-hmm.
special. So I want to share, because I'm not going to, I mean, we don't have to talk about sex on the show, but the fact that we're talking about self-worthiness and how
And
we
self
used to feel
belief,
that way
and
and how we
yes,
feel
yes.
now. Yeah, and that will help them to learn how to love themselves, and then that they'll make better decisions in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, sure. Like,
Yeah.
because, yeah, uh, like I'm thinking back in my mind about your, you came up with this idea, right? Weekly podcast. I'm thinking about it since like during this interview. So
Yeah.
like, we can do it from the next week, or if you want, um, today we can start with 15 minutes call, like just right now, like after this interview, because
Okay.
immediate
Sure.
immediate action is really important. That's what I learned from Evan Carmichael.
Yeah.
So let's take
Let's
action
do it.
today. We can do,
Yeah, let's do it.
like
Wow. I love you, girl.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
we'll do it for 10 to 15 minutes so that
Rockstars.
we'll
We got,
start.
yeah. Well, and that's what I want to do. I want to do that topic because it's one of the most important. It's probably the most important topic that we need to talk about, and for this whole world needs to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
It's important. Yeah, we both know that. So
Yeah.
that's gonna be great. Yeah, let's do it. Are you ready to go now? Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, let's
So
do this
are
like a
you? Do you want
weekly
to?
podcast. Today we can do it for 15 minutes or something like that, 15 to 20 minutes. And from next week we can go into 30 minutes, and we can choose our topic, or you can choose a topic like a week ahead, so that we can discuss
Yeah.
on the like on what day, like is there any Saturday or Sunday?
You want to do Sunday next week?
Yes, like
Yeah.
every Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? another topic I think for our next week, we should do the topic. This is important because I really want to know for myself, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that want to know. I want to talk about, or I want you to talk about how, you found all these people, and you know what I mean, like how you found their emails and how you reached out and got them to be on your
Yeah,
YouTube
sure,
channel and your
sure.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so you want to do a sign off, like you have a quote, or you want to tell people that they're rock stars, or
I didn't get you.
like, do you want to do like a sign off? Do you want to tell them your
Yes,
tagline,
I,
or do you want to
yes.
special message?
The thing is, I want to thank you for this opportunity for inviting me to your live and sharing my experience or sharing my becoming story with your audience. Because I personally believe each and every person is worth it, and they have something to prove. They have a special quality in themselves. Like, but you
Yes.
need to recognize that some people, sometimes it take more time to recognize it, but take that time, like ask hard questions to yourself, and don't be a victim of your life. You have a chance and choice to become a rock star of your life.
Yes, exactly. Puedes hacer lo que tú quieres. Vales mucho. You can do anything you want to do. You are worth it, and you are a rock star. And
Yes,
RJ, you are a rock star. And now I owe the gratitude to you. Thank you so much for agreeing and coming today. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much.
thank you, and
Okay.
we are worth it.
Exactly. Perfect rock
Yes,
stars. All right.
yeah,
All right.
thank you.
Thanks, girl. Call you on Anchor?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.